What's going on, sailors? This is your captain speaking, and welcome back to another Hearts of Iron 4. In the last episode, we finished helping Nationally Spain win, and let's continue. Today in this episode, we're probably going to be preparing to annex Austria and just get more troops. So right now I need to expand my production of support equipment. As you can see, we got improved machine tools. I think I'm going to go for excavation now to get more materials. But my, what do you call it? Supply is really low, so we need to get the supplies up and running pretty soon here. Okay, we got our volunteers back from Heinz Guderian, and he trained pretty well. I think, let's see. It's whatever. Okay, French border. We can just assign these guys back to Heinz, and then give Heinz a front line and Oscarson. So let's balance out the support equipment, because that's what I need right now. Let's just wait for something to happen. Sooner or later I should have 500,000 in the field. I could just train a bunch more infantry. In fact, let's do that. Let's put these on the Belgian border. Waiting. This is entertaining. I'll just end up editing all this. Okay, so now we're back. We can hire an advisor. So I think this time we want to go for either industrial concern or probably one of the economies. I think we should just wait for war economy because we're on a good economy. We could get a theorist. Yeah, why not? Let's get Heinz Guderian. Yeah, Heinz Guderian as also our military theorist. So now he's a military theorist and he's commanding one of our positions. And we're about to finish coal liquidization. So now we get more oil. Let's see if I can, what do you call it? Yep, I can trade for less rubber, but not oil yet. Okay. So I still need to get more troops out for Anschluss. So I think for the time being, we should do, we can try to start aligning Hungary and Romania so that at some point we can annex them. But I might want to do Reichsautobahn to get all the infrastructure and then be able to build stuff faster. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, I'm also going to change up my infantry division because I have a bunch of experience. So I think I'm going to add extra artillery to it just because there's not a lot of... we just have support artillery. And I think for now this will be good because like I said, we already have support artillery. And we might want to add a recon company. I know we're low on support equipment, but it'll still be good. So let's save that. And then I think I also want to make a different alteration of the light tank. just because we're going to be using it for a little bit. Actually, let's see when I can get the next light tank. Yeah, I'd rather use it on the medium tank, so we'll wait for that. And make sure I'm exercising these guys so that they get to regular instead of trained. Extra factories, always nice. We'll probably put them into artillery because a lot of people need stuff. We should also build more military factories, especially in this area because we're going to be getting full infrastructure. So, that. And then a few more civilian factories in the outer reaches. So if I start getting bombed by the allies, they really only hit my civilian factories. We're about to finish up excavation. There we go. What should I go on to next? I could do better synthetic refineries or rubber processing. I'm gonna go with synthetic refineries, just because I need more oil. How are my troops doing? Alright, I'm getting troops out, which is nice. My panzers are slowing down though, which is not good. We just need more tanks for that, that's fine. I should probably also stop lend-leasing Spain now, because they've had my guns for quite a while. So there we go, we just canceled the lend-lease. You don't get my guns, Spain, only I. So now I essentially just got like a 25% boost to my monthly production, because I was trading them 25% of what I made. Okay, we can hire another advisor, and we just got dive bombing. This one we might want to do a material designer, and I think we should do infantry equipment, because we were a little behind on that. So we can go to infantry now. Should I start one of these early? Let's see. If there's nothing else that I can do that doesn't take that long. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start this early. Because support equipment is really nice. We should probably also start exercising these guys. Yeah, they're green. Start exercising them. Alright, we finished Reichsautobahn. Now we can go with KDF Wagen, which gives us more civilian factories. Because yeah, I'm not ready for Anschluss yet, so yeah, KDF Wagen. Just finished oil processing. So now we can go for rubber processing. Yeah, I think we'll go for rubber processing. Our resources are still looking alright. We could probably increase production, maybe add some destroyers. Yep, that looks fine. We're also going to deploy these to the Kriegsmarine. At some point when we inevitably declare war on Poland and the Allies, we're going to want to move our entire Kriegsmarine into the English Channel and Russian naval invasion on Dover or this northern part right here. Just finished construction too. Let's go look at that. We can start another excavation, which we will. I mean, we don't have that much to excavate, but the main thing is probably the tungsten and the chromium, so that we can do ships and artillery. And then the aluminum is always nice too. And the Hindenburg accident just happened, which it really doesn't have any negative effects for us, it just sort of happens. So we're fine on that. Okay, I'll see you back when something interesting happens. Okay, so we just had something happen. We got concentrated industry 2. So we're gonna go back and take a look in here and do another research. We could go for an air doctrine or a land doctrine. I think land doctrine, because now we have the percent boost, which is nice. And I guess see you guys again when something interesting happens. This part of the war is pretty slow, just because nothing goes on. What we could do, we got Rhineland, so, I mean, we could maybe declare war on the Netherlands. Yeah, so we still generated 3.5. Let's see how much it'll take. 5. I mean, we can justify against them, but it takes so long. So I mean, maybe Belgium, but we get war goals on all these guys later, so it's really no use. But we can hire another advisor, and I think this one will be our industry, just to make those faster. We're going for Krupp industry, which is nice. We're about to finish up KDF Wagen, so we'll just wait up for that. Hey, we started getting troops again. That's good. Alright, so we'll assign him to him. And basically what we want to happen is only put like a few brigades on the Polish line and hope that they actually will move a little bit, and then once they move away from this line we push through with our tanks and motorized and sort of eat them. Ooh, okay. So we just leadership purges in Soviet Union, so the Soviets are starting to have some debuffs. Japan's about to start their war in the China, and we just finished KDF Wagen. So now we can go for an extra research lot, which we want, because we still don't have enough guys in the army yet. There we go, China war. Hopefully Japan doesn't get their ass kicked, because if they succeed, we'll do pretty good. They usually do succeed though, so we should be fine. Except the Chinese United Front. Whoa, okay. 2 Chinese United Fronts happen. I've never seen that before. One with Communist China, and then the Guangxi clique, Yunnan. Basically, independent China and Shaanxi formed, and then all the other small Chinas sorta made a alliance. If they declare war on China, China's kinda screwed. That's bad. Usually Yunnan always gives in to China, which is interesting. So we finished another research. So I feel like we should rush a computing machine, but I'll hold off. I think we need to get maintenance company just to help our tanks, but we can always do that later. Let's get better anti-tank, just because we'll want it later, and it doesn't take that long. We want anti-tank for the Americans, and then the British always send some tanks in Africa, so we'll want them stationed there. Okay, I'll come back again when something interesting happens. Okay, so we just ran out of resources in tungsten. That's because my artillery guns are producing, but we need to actually make more artillery guns, because right now all my guys are like in a serious deficit of artillery. So I think we need to like dedicate a lot to that, and once they build up, they'll go into that. So I need to increase them. You know, let's put 2 in there, 1 in Brandenburg. Our infrastructure is pretty good, but we might be able to use an increase, at least get them all to like 7 maybe. Yeah, why not? Let's increase them all to 7. This will just make building in them easier. There we go. And we're almost coming up on the amount of troops that we can have in the field, so I think we might even just auto-deploy them, even without their artillery, because you can see a lot of them are just missing artillery. So I think that's what we'll do, auto-deploy them. And these guys are going to have a new army, and this time we don't have to pick a infantry officer, we can just go with whoever. And I think we're going to look for the best attack and planning speed, because we want to make a lot of attacks. And we might go with Fedor von Bock, because if we want to like rush through these 2, they won't be able to regen as quick, but they'll have more attack. So I think we're going to go with him. And then we're going to make him a line on the Netherlands. I think I have enough in the field now. No, we need about 50,000 more guys for the Anschluss, but we just got more political power, so I think we might want to get an aircraft designer, because at some point we're going to need them, and we're going to start researching soon. So I think we should go for close air support, because they recently got buffed, I believe, and Junkers are just really powerful. we want to hit enemy's troops with the bombs. We're about to finish rubber processing. I mean, our trade's not bad. We're only trading to 2 places, so, and it's both US. I probably shouldn't trade to the US, but I mean, yeah. In fact, let's not give US my factories, just cause we don't like the US. We're gonna have to fight them at some point if we're doing world conquest. So I want to help the Allies the least amount as possible. There we go. And Venezuela later too becomes a partner with us because they're a fascist supporter. So we just got rubber processing. So now I think I'm gonna go for computing machine because we don't really have much else to research. And then we're about to get an extra research lot. So once these guys get up to training, we're gonna deploy them and then go for Anschluss instead of doing another focus because Anschluss is in line. Okay, so like I said, no focus. With our extra research slot, I think I might go for we can do more guns, artillery guns. No, that'll still take too long. So I guess we can go for an air doctrine, because I'll need those. And ground support's always good for my planes and people on the ground. So I think I'll come back when we can Anschluss, or if anything interesting happens. We are back. I added some more military factors in the building queue, because my artillery is still really low. We got the delay research, so now we're going to start elastic defense. And my troops are almost ready to be deployed. In fact, they are. So we're going to deploy them on low strength and start the Anschluss focus. That's my guys this line. Yeah, everybody's like down in strength right now. You can see like a 3,000 deficit, which is pretty bad. My infantry equipment's actually bad too, but right now that's just because all of them are training, so they're using up guns that we're producing, which isn't that great, but it happens. We can probably stop exercising these guys once this panzer division gets trained, because that takes resources too. It takes tanks. We could probably actually at this point replace. Yeah, see, now my panzers are upgrading, so I can go like that. I'm gonna go to artillery. Yeah, artillery and support equipment are wallopers to produce, and we're not at full production cap anyways. It doesn't go up that quickly, so we're just hoping that we can outproduce. And Austria usually always submits unless you're like really bad, so we can get them to submit and then adjust this line to be around just Italy, Switzerland, and Yugoslavia. And I might declare war on Italy in this, I may or may not, just so that I can like defend the Allies from this position, like build some forts up here, and then attack France from another direction. But who knows? We can also hire another advisor, so I'm going to go with a tank advisor and probably get reliability, maybe. Yeah, because we don't really get any boost for that, but we get boost for all the soft attack and whatnot, so that'll be fine later down the way. So now we're just waiting on Anschluss, and hopefully for my deficit to stop being so terrible. My support equipment's increasing though, so I can scale that back by a bit. Really, you want to have more factories on it until its production cap goes all the way up, and then once you're at there you can like give and take, which is what I just did. Also, I should probably increase my conscription law soon, because I only have 980,000 that I can hire. Just waiting for Anschluss now. We're about to get more better support equipment. We just got that. I think we can move on to infantry equipment. Yep, this one's really good because we get just plus 5% soft attack for everything but tanks, pretty much. I think we also need to start forming heavy tank divisions, and Italy just announced claims on Yugoslavian territory, so I got that. But heavy tank divisions are pretty fun because I can sort of just like punch through a line and then make a big encirclement, which is nice, but we'll have to see. We're about to do Anschluss, so we're gonna get some extra divisions, which will change into our own. Okay, so we just got Anschluss. So I think we should do reassert Eastern Claims, which does increase our world tension, but we get that for Danziger War. And then how can anyone say that Austria is not German? So we basically annex all of Austria, and we get a bunch of political power, war support, stability, and it says it reduces MEFO bills, but we don't have them anymore, so hooray. And we're going to trash all of these divisions, just get their equipment, because we don't need them. Then we're going to change these guys to infantry divisions. We're going to assign them to, I think we make a new line actually. Yeah, let's make a new line. Give them Heinrich von Manstein, because he has more defense, and we'll make a fallback line. No. Let's make a fallback line around Yugoslavia and Hungary. There we go. And then we can adjust this fallback line so that it's more in line now. Just draw this line. We want to keep the Italians at bay here. I broke the line again. God dang it. There we go. Is that better? I think so. Nope. It's still. I'm bad at this. I'm just gonna. There we go. There we go. Assign them all to that. So we just got Anschluss of Austria. And we can hire another advisor. So I think we should, maybe. Nah, not yet. Let's get a military high command, and let's give it armor genius so that our armor is better. And we also are getting more military factories, so we can put them into artillery. Let's add heavy tanks, because we want to start making heavy tanks. Let's get like all the factories into heavy tanks. And we're not producing a lot of motorized just because I have so many in stockpile, and I wasn't planning on using a lot of motorized. Speaking of motorized, we should go and change our template of our light tanks because they had motorized in them. So I think we should take off, yeah, motorized, add some light tanks. There we go. So I'll need a lot more tanks, but we should be fine. And then we can also start devising a heavy tank. Create empty. Name it heavy tank. There we go. We can just Panzer Division. Why not? Okay, add heavy, 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 heavy. And then I guess we can also maybe include light tanks. Let's see what they increase. I don't think so, because they don't really increase that much. Yeah, I think I should just stick with heavies. There we go. And then we can just start training one, because I really have no equipment for them. Yeah, look at that. Brutal. We got another research. So we can start doing planes yet? No. Tanks? No. Let's see what we can research. We got a land doctrine going. Got an air doctrine going. Got that going. Do you have any industry? No. So I think we might just want to go for maybe artillery. Yeah, that's not that bad. Let's go for it. Okay, I think time to wrap up this episode. We had the annexation of Austria, and we are expanding our military might. See you next time, sailors.